She is Margaret, 61 years old. The hum of the old fluorescent lights is a constant, high-pitched drone, a sound that has seeped into the very marrow of this place, outside. A brutal Baltimore winter storm throws rain and sleet against the thick glass windows. A relentless assault on the quiet tomb of the IRS office. It's 11:40 p.m. The only other sound is the slow, mechanical tick-tock of a wall clock, each second a tiny hammer blow against the silence in this vast, cavernous room. Rows of grey cubicles stretch into the shadows. A graveyard of forgotten ambitions. Only one desk is alive, bathed in a harsh, circular pool of yellow light from a cheap desk lamp. 30 years I've sat in this chair, under these same humming lights. You'd think by now the numbers would stop looking like people, but they don't. They stare back at me from the glowing green text of this ancient monitor. These numbers. They have faces. They look like funerals. They look like empty pantries and eviction notices. Tacked to splintered doors. They look like an end. Another case file. Another life distilled into a column of debt and despair. You learn to build walls. You have to. You tell yourself it's just a job, just accounting. But late at night, when the city is asleep and the storm is your only company, the walls crumble. The faces come back. My hand, spotted with age, slides a heavy manila folder across the cold metal desk. The rustle of the glossy forensic photos inside is a sound I know too well. It's the sound of lives being picked apart, catalogued, and monetized. I shuffle through them without much interest. A foreclosed farm in Nebraska, a bankrupt diner in Arizona, the same story. Different zip codes, but then my hand stops. It freezes on a specific photograph. The image is grainy, taken in the dim light of a dilapidated barn somewhere in Ohio. Under a thick blanket of straw and decades of dust, there's a curve. An unmistakable shape. A fender, a hint of chrome, a ghost of color. A yellow 1970 for Ford Mustang. My breath catches in my throat, and I can barely get the word out. It's just a whisper, almost drowned out by the office buzz, mine. And just like that, the grey, sterile office dissolves. For a split second, I'm not here. I'm on a sun-drenched road, the world a blur of green and gold. I'm young again, my hair flying in the wind, and I'm laughing. Laughing from the passenger seat of that same yellow Mustang. The chrome is blindingly bright. The engine is a roar of pure freedom. The world isn't a ledger of debt, it's wide open, an endless ribbon of asphalt promising adventure. Mike is beside me, his hand on the gear shift, a smile on his face that could outshine the sun. We were invincible. We were forever. And just like that, the grey, sterile office dissolves. For a split second, I'm not here. I'm on a sun-drenched road, the world a blur of green and gold. I'm young again, my hair flying in the wind, and I'm laughing. Laughing from the passenger seat of that same yellow Mustang. The chrome is blindingly bright. The engine is a roar of pure freedom. The world isn't a ledger of debt, it's wide open, an endless ribbon of asphalt promising adventure. Mike is beside me, his hand on the gear shift, a smile on his face that could outshine the sun. We were invincible. We were forever. And just like that, the grey, sterile office dissolves. For a split second, I'm not here. I'm on a sun-drenched road, the world a blur of green and gold. I'm young again, my hair flying in the wind, and I'm laughing. Laughing from the passenger seat of that same yellow Mustang. The chrome is blindingly bright. The engine is a roar of pure freedom. The world isn't a ledger of debt, it's wide open, an endless ribbon of asphalt promising adventure. Mike is beside me, his hand on the gear shift, a smile on his face that could outshine the sun. We were invincible. We were forever. A sudden, violent crack of thunder outside shatters the memory. The sun-drenched road vanishes, and I'm back in the cold, grey office, the rain lashing against the window like a judgment. My hand is trembling. I look down at the photo, at the ghost in the barn. That car didn't belong in a foreclosure file. It didn't belong to a column of red ink and legal threats. I scan the rest of the file. They want the land. They want the grain. They want to bury the ghost of Mike's car under a mountain of late fees and compound interest. They want to bulldoze that barn and pave over the last tangible piece of my youth. I see the heavy red rubber stamp on my desk. It's ink pad waiting. Seizure authorized. My hand hovers over the Ohio file. My knuckles white. One press, and it's over. One press. And I authorize the destruction of a memory. 30 years of stamping files, of being a good soldier, of following the rules. It was easy when the numbers were just numbers. But this isn't a number. This is Mike's Mustang. This is the summer of '74. The coffee in my mug is cold and bitter. I place it on the desk with a dull, final clink. The decision is made. Slowly, deliberately, I bend down and pull a heavy cardboard box from under my desk. It's caked with dust, the label faded but still readable, technical errors pending review. This is the place where files go to die, the bureaucratic black hole, a place of perpetual limbo, where a missing signature or a misplaced form can delay action for years, sometimes forever. No auditor ever looks in this box. It's too much work. It's the system's own perfect fall. A faint, rebellious smirk touches my lips for the first time in years. Oops, looks like I found a missing signature on page 12, and a clerical error on the asset valuation form. What a crying shame. This file is a complete mess. It'll need a thorough review. And we're so understaffed right now, it could take ages. I slide the Ohio file, with its ghost in the barn, into the very bottom of the technical errors box. I push it deep, deep into the shadows, burying it under a mountain of other forgotten cases. Not tonight, Uncle Sam. Not this one. Tonight, you don't get to win. Tonight, the Mustang stays in the barn. With a satisfying thud, I slam the heavy desk drawer shut and turn the key in the lock. The click is loud in the empty room. I stand up, my joints protesting. My silhouette is a dark shape reflected in the rain-streaked window. I pull on my worn coat, the fabric familiar and comforting. With one last look at the ordered chaos of my desk, I reach over and turn off the lamp. The office plunges into darkness. The only light is the angry red flicker of the exit sign down the hall, a beacon in the gloom. As I walk towards the door, the sound of my footsteps echoing in the vast, empty space, I mutter a final thought into the darkness, a small gift to a ghost. Happy Christmas, Ohio. Outside, the muffled wail of a distant police siren briefly cuts through the howling of the storm before fading away, swallowed by the night. The tick-tock of the clock continues its lonely count in the dark, marking the seconds of a battle won, a memory saved.